Hello. Are you trying to decide what the best toilet for van life is for you? Well, you may have stumbled across the right video. I have two toilets here that I'm going to be telling you about today. We have the Ogo and the Trilino toilets. So these are both composting toilets and great for van life. And I'm going to tell you why I love both of them and which one I'm actually going to be using in my van and why I'm not using the other. So I'm going to start with the Ogo toilet here. And I will show a little demonstration on this from a previous video that I've done where I actually cleaned this out and kind of showed you what it takes to use this. So basically, this is the Ogo toilet and it opens from the front here and there is a pee jug on the inside. And you just take the pee jug out, empty it, put it back in, and then there's also a composting part for your solids in the back. And what I love about the Ogo is, unlike some other composting toilets like the Nature Head, for example, where you have to manually mix your compost, this has a button on the side here and you just press that button and it mixes it for you. Also, when your pee jug is full, this button turns red to notify you on that. That way you don't overflow, which I think is a really big deal and it's awesome. And this also has an electric 12-volt fan that filters out any stinky smells, so you never have an issue with smell. And for this, I use the cocoa mix that you can get on their Ogo website and it works amazing. I don't smell anything, so I absolutely love the Ogo. I was originally planning on using this toilet in this van build, but because it's small, I am tight on space and I have to incorporate a legit back seat for my daughter. I have to sacrifice here and there, and so unfortunately I'm sacrificing here by not using the Ogo and going with the Trolino, and we'll talk about that in a second. But that's the only reason why I'm not using the Ogo. This is something that I already had and I always planned on using it in here. Unfortunately, it's just too big for my floor plan, and I'm really set on this floor plan and I'm happy with it. So because of that, I'm going to be using the Trilino toilet. So we'll take a look at that. But before we do, I did want to just talk a little bit more about the Ogo. Cleaning it out is super easy. I thought it was going to be like really nasty, but honestly, you just take the bucket out, dump it in a bag, rinse the bucket out with a hose, and you're good to go, and it's clean. So extremely easy. I highly recommend the Ogo toilet. I would say 10 out of 10. I do recommend. And I do have a discount code if you want to look into the Ogo. If you wind up wanting to go with that, you can find that in the description below and have a little discount if you want. So let's jump over to the Trolino. So this is the Trolino, and obviously you can see that it is much smaller. So you open it up, the back part is open, so like the Ogo, it closes. This is just stays open, but what you do is it comes with these bags. You put a bag in and you can use kitty litter or whatever type of like composting material you want to use, and you just keep it covered up. And even you could even just dump it after each use. That works too. Then you have your little front part here for urine. And I'm going to take this lid off so I can give you a better view. So this just pops right off. So this is the top. This is where your solids are going to go in. This is where your pee goes in. And this is your number 2, your solids bucket. So you put your little bag in, and then when you're done, you could take the bucket out, take whatever, however you want to use that. It does have a lid, so if you didn't want to use a bag, honestly, you don't have to. So on this one, this is the pee jug. It's really small, but what I like about this is that it has a pee trap. So your pee smell doesn't stink up your van, which is really nice. So when you go to dump it, you could just take that lid off, put a regular lid on, go dump it, swap out the lids when you get back, and you have a non-stinky pee jug, which is really nice in van life. If you know, you know. So as you can see, I chose the Trilino. That is, I think, the smallest one that you can get. And I did that because of, like I explained earlier, I wanted to save on space as much as possible. So that is why I went with the smaller toilet. They do make bigger ones if you're interested in the checking out the Trolino toilets. They have some really cool ones. They make some with like wooden lids that are a lot cooler looking. But I just wanted something super simple, super small, and easy to store and hide away. I'm not exactly set on where this is going to be. I have a couple ideas of where I might put it, but the important thing to me is that it's small and compact and I can save space. So that is why I went with the Trolino. And honestly, I really like how small it is. It's really easy to use. And if I have Ember with me and we're on the road, it'll be easier for her to use as well as she's learning potty training. And if you want to check out Trilino toilets, I will also leave a link for that with a little discount in the description below. Full disclosure, I do get a little bit of kickback on each of these toilets if you use my code. So if you do, thank you so much. It's greatly appreciated, but you do not have to. Feel free to check out either toilet. Like I said, I highly recommend the Ogo if you can fit it into your build. But if you're looking for something a little more simple that doesn't require electricity, the Trolino might be the route that you want to take. So I hope this helped you decide on what kind of composting toilet you want in case you're looking at either one of these. And yeah, I'm happy with the choices that I have. I am sad to see the Ogo go, but I think the Trolino is going to be exactly what I need. So thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't already, please feel free to subscribe if you'd like to follow along this van build. I've actually gotten tons of material finally in the mail that I've been waiting on to really dive into this build. So excited. Don't miss an episode, and I'll see you guys on the next one.